So many storylines heading into Paula, but there can only be one lead story, and it's Jett Lawrence. All right, let's be honest. We're all a little concerned, right? The 450 class is starting to feel predictable, snoozy, and blah. Jett has now won 6 straight titles. He swept last summer as a 19-year-old rookie, just won the coveted 450 Supercross Championship in his first try, and looking back, it looks more dominant today than it felt in the moment. Yeah. Blah. However, a predictable snoozer summer in this sport is still way cooler than every other sport on its best day. Why? Because the stories that make this sport cool are under the surface. Always have been. While the title fight maybe feels flat, the battle for third looks incredible. A perfect setup. Vets versus the rookies. We have shredder privateers on the gate with rad redemption stories. You got bitter ex-champs desperate to prove they still have it. This thing will be good. You just have to know where to look. Now, before I attempt to hype you up and give you a little hope, let me punch you in the gut first. Jett is winning Paula. He's never lost there, and a 1-1 smash job on Saturday will most likely kickstart the perfect season talk. So let's just get this out of the way right here, right now. Jett's not going perfect again. He's not. Stop it. Things change. There's new variables, silly dirt bike stuff, Chick-fil-A. It's not happening, okay? Last year was magical. It was wild and unexpected. It was a rad moment in motocross history, but it was last year. Things change, and what naturally comes with winning over and over and over again is complacency. That's how a 10-0 football team will lose to a 2-win team, randomly. They lose the edge, just for a day, and someone sticks one on them. Along with complacency comes a different kind of pressure. I don't know, the pressure to continue being undefeated in motocross. He still hasn't lost, ever. Not a single Pro Motocross Moto on a 450. The streak is alive. That is gnarly pressure. I mean, the more he wins, even if it looks easier and easier, it's actually getting way harder and harder because the drive and motivation to chase something new is gone, and a defensive mentality takes over the day-to-day. Preservation, exhausting in a different way, and maybe 2 straight seasons of it gets to Jett. Maybe, maybe not. But there's also a really good chance that Jett is just a jerk, loves making people sad, and will do it all summer long. Be ready for that. But he isn't sweeping. If he does, I'm out. Headed to a sport with a little less predictability. When you hype up a fight, the favorite has to have an opponent. Now, it may feel lopsided. It may seem like an unbalanced matchup between Jett and Chase right now, but it's actually not. Jett makes it look so easy that we lose sight of how good Chase really is. He's an A+ elite level competitor, and when he hits his ceiling, if Jett's off 1% to 2%, he can beat him straight up. The question I have is, will Chase hit his ceiling this summer and actually go for it? We watched him play at Smart and Supercross, watched him learn how to keep it together better, but with that came a lack in top-end speed and only 2 wins in his title defense. If he does the same this summer and locks in at 95%, then he's a safe pick for 22 podium motos and probably 0 wins. But comfort leads to confidence. Confidence leads to aggression every single time. And I do think that his comfort will come sooner in motocross than it did in supercross. Unfortunately, Jett is better outdoors. So for Chase, this summer may be more of a lead-in summer to SMX and to the 2025 Supercross Championship, where his odds at winning are way better. Be careful though, bro. If you don't latch on to Jett and become an absolute thorn in his side, there's a whole pack waiting to be a thorn in yours. However, my wild prediction, he finishes second. The fight for third in the 450 Motocross Championship is legit. It's a layered battle with intertwined storylines where you have vets holding on to their top-tier status, a couple rookies that have already proven they are not afraid of the big bad 450 class, and 2 wildcards that are maybe being slept on. The first, Dylan Ferrandis, is my pick for third in the championship, and this guy has been waiting for this summer since last summer, but had to suffer through a 4th straight year of 450 Supercross first. When the musical chair stopped last fall, Dylan was out at Star after winning the title in 2022 and finishing second to Jett in 2023. He's an incredible outdoor rider, weirdly underrated, and if his bike is good this summer, he's a streak stopper, a legit dark horse for a moto win. But how good is the bike? Are they giving him good stuff? How much good stuff does he need? Justin Brayton crushed Supercross for years on a hybrid factory bike. Will that be enough? If not, he's 5 to 7 all summer, and you'll start hearing things by July. That's how it goes. Don't kill the messenger. My fight for 4th has way more on the line than just bonuses and pride. If rookies Hunter Lawrence and Justin Cooper come in and make way of vets Jason Anderson and Justin Barcia this summer, it'll start a trend. The rest of the pits will follow, and you'll see a flood of youth like Levi Kitchen, Joe Shimoda, Tom Vial, and Hayden Deegan come in and scoop up all the 450 contracts in 2026. Ombre and Bam have a reason to care this summer, as the longer they hold off the rookies, the longer they're seen as viable options to factory teams. And with that comes employment. Both are high-effort, prideful competitors, so we'll most likely get the best of them this summer, which at full ceiling is on the podium. They love to scrap, and neither have issue getting caught up in the tension. They actually like it. It motivates them, and they're both opportunists. They show up in the big moments, and with a 3-week SMX sprint looming, and with them big payouts waiting, I don't think we see a drop-off this summer. But unfortunately, by summer's end, I think the rooks overtake them. Hunter and Jay Coop will share a podium this summer at some point. How about that prediction? They're not typical rookies. They're in their mid-20s, and they proved in Supercross that the 450 class isn't too big for them. There will be motos where they lead past the halfway mark. It's not if this will happen, it's when. So the real question is, how early will it happen? Maybe Paula? How good can they be by the time Ken Roxon shows up? Is Justin Cooper the best star 450 rider when Webb and Tomac return? I believe the whole class will look a lot different come Ironman, with Hunter Lawrence and Justin Cooper 4th and 5th in points. I'll go Anderson 6th in points, Barcia 8th, and right between them in spot number 7 is number 7, Aaron Plessinger. The Cowboy is a couple months removed from his breakout Supercross season, where from January to March we accepted him as one of the big dogs, and it feels like we're maybe forgetting that. He's a former 250 Pro Motocross champ, happy and in his prime, and the field after second is truly wide open. So why not AP? There's no glaring weakness in his game, and he's at his peak right now. AP finds himself in a unique position as the bridge between the vets and the rooks, and if he merges his combination of experience and youthful energy, he may end up in his teammate's shadows, and this talk of 7th is silly. But for me, anywhere from 3rd to 8th feels just about right. This week's Privateer Shoutout is actually a Privateer Shootout, and I have a gut feeling the factory boys are going to get pestered all summer long. Look at the numbers. Norin 22, Harlan 23, Masterpool 29, Marchbanks 36. These boys stacked points last summer, and I don't see a reason why they can't be better in 24. 450s are good these days, and that factory advantage isn't as big as it used to be, so guys like Masterpool and Marchbanks match up a little better, and challenging for top 5s this summer shouldn't be surprising to anyone. They ride with chips on their shoulders. Former Star Ride for Masterpool, former Pro Circuit Kawasaki Ride and Daytona Supercross winner in Marchbanks turn privateers, but land at perfect locations for them. Chemistry matters more than status, and these two have it, and have a huge opportunity this summer to make some noise in a class full of factory vets who really aren't that far out of reach. Malcolm Stewart and Christian Craig will have to bring their best to fend these two off, especially early in the series. If Bam or Ombre get caught slipping, or the rooks get sloppy, 29 and 36. Filthy Phil Nicoletti is a sneaky pick to put up some results this summer. It's his last hurrah, and I think he's actually healthy maybe. My guy has jacked himself the past few Supercross seasons, which took him away from his strength, motocross. But he got through 2024 Supercross in one piece. I wonder what a fully prepared Phil looks like. I think we'll get it this summer on his last one. Add Freddie Norin, Derek Drake, and Grant Harlan to the list of privateers who will dance with the top 10 this summer, and you actually have yourself a pretty rad 450 championship. I'm watching every lap, and I'll cover it all this summer, right here on the Daniel Blair Show, and on Sundays with Overreaction, our recap show for the Pro Motocross Championship. See you Sunday. Thank you so much for watching the show. If you liked it, press the like button. And if you want to subscribe, then press the subscribe button. Share it with your friends, with your family, and grandma. Make sure you send it to grandma. Grandmas love everything Main Event Moto does. All you Motoheads out there, we are still rocking and rolling at Main Event Moto. You can go to patreon.com/Main Event Moto. We do 2 shows a week now, and both of them are live streamed. Patreon.com/Main Event Moto, and we will catch you on the next show.